Hello, mate. So this boat, the Nimbus W11, has, in my opinion, it's a possible replacement for all of the sports cruisers, the luxury day boats, and quite substantial flybridge motor yachts. If you're someone that would have considered any one of those, pay some attention to this W11 because it could be the answer to all of it. Cruiser because it's quite a fast boat, do up to 40 knots. Luxury day boat because it's absolutely amazing. It's packed with really quality luxury day boat vibes. But flybridge motor yacht, now hear me out on this one because this is going to be a little bit different. With outboards and the amount of space we have available to us, 2 cabins, toilet and a shower, I suspect many of you are using or intending on using a flybridge motor yacht as something to provide you with real estate for you and your family to spend a good amount of time on the water. However, there is another consideration when you look at it like this in terms of the Nimbus W11. The amount of space we have available to us, the speed and convenience of being able to go in shallow, pop up onto the beach and have a really awesome day and then maybe drop people off at the end of the day. Because it is such a simple boat to maneuver in and out of the docks, on and off the beach, and rafting up with your mates. Maybe that's just another angle that some of you might be considering. So this is going to be the detailed walkthrough. There is a test drive. We've been out in the ocean today. We had 3 boats available to us. The T11, the C11, and this, the W11. All the same hull, but different weights, different power packages, and it might be a bit of an interesting one to some of you guys who are seriously interested in purchasing one of these. So I'll link to that at the very end of this demonstration. And if you are a buyer and you're wanting to talk to me and you've got questions and you really want to delve into the quality of this versus some of the other brands, like so many of you seem to be doing, or you just want some inside info, things like pricing, options, what's good and for what areas, I'm filming extra content and I'm putting all that up on my Patreon channel. So that's where you can access that and that's where you can talk to me. But anyway, well, let's get cracking. Might as well point out amazing multifunctional swim platform, which we have been using today. This is epic. You do feel the weight distribution moving further aft, so it does affect the performance slightly, but don't look at this as out and out performance boat. You'll do 40 knots, probably a little bit more if you didn't have all the weight. We are fully loaded, this boat, full of fuel, genset, gyro, platform, every extra that you can possibly think of is on this boat. So it's a very good test of its capabilities. But this extra space, the fact that we can still trim the engines up and out of the water, we can lower this into the water and use it as stairs to get in and out. And when we are underway, we raise it up almost like 1.5 feet so it doesn't interfere with our passage through the ocean. You do see a little bit of a rooster tail going out the side, so there's something is going on in terms of some of the water coming out and hitting the stainless arms, but it didn't affect us in the ocean. We bashed through a lot of waves and it was fine. And Christmas has come early this year. I absolutely love these Mercury V10s. If you get an opportunity to run these motors, they're just fantastic. And I do believe these are the nice sweet spot for this boat. It's a heavier boat compared to lots of the, say, adventure boats that you're going to be comparing it with on my channel. And you do feel it. So having the extra horsepower, it's just sweet. It's super sweet. Now just focus your attention on this area. It's lots of things going on, lots of options, and you'll be amazed at the amount of storage space we have underneath us, because these boats were originally designed to have inboard engines, but now we've got a great storage underneath this sun lounge. So storage for surfboards, fishing gear, toys, those electric foiling boards, all of that. and more can go underneath. The genset and the gyro is mounted down there on the center line. It is on right now, both genset and gyro. That's what you hear. So it's a Fisher Bander in a box and it's insulated on its own. Then if you want to get full top access, see these hinges here and here? You actually just press a button and the whole hatch goes up with 2 electric worm drives, and in about 30 seconds you've got full top access and you can get into everything that's in there, which is very, very handy. Now, from an operational perspective, I love this boat as well. We have full walk around on starboard, acceptable walk around on port, and so it's going to be safe if you're sending your missus up the starboard side, but still possible on the port side because it's wide enough. They've thought about everything. We've got speakers for pumping the tunes out the back here. We've got some rope holders. Oops, I just dropped the ropes. But we've got rope holders in here and space for 2 fenders on either side. Beautiful stainless on these Nimbus boats everywhere you look. We've got the carbon poles. That's giving us the removable sunshade out the back here, and you can do those electric shore shades as well as an option. And then if I want to go up the port side, I can walk up this step and this step, then hold onto the roof here, and I've got a handle up here, and I've got a more grab handles just here, and it is totally possible. It's not one of those boats where getting to the midships cleat on the port side is impossible, because I can have a hand here and do things, lots of things to grab onto, and the boat's incredibly stable. So that's really cool. All of this space provides a nice hangout zone for a couple of kids. That's fun for playing in the water. We've got the equal amount of space on this side, but we have a hot and cold shower just in there, and the shore power is plugged in as well. They're hidden under the fenders. And because it's only an hour till sunset, I haven't got time to pull it all out, so I'm just gonna have to keep this moving. Kid and doggy door on the starboard side, and just look at these 11, and I loved it. Actually, there's one that's just fallen off. That's what it looks like, and it just goes in, boom, love it, no press studs. And what's going on, can you see these bolt rope tracks here and here, and can you see this opening door just in here? So basically, the covers, they zip off, pull the bolt rope out on the top, and then they roll up and stow in here. So instead of putting individual covers over all these seats, which is a bit of a kerfuffle, you just drop the covers and attach them to the sides. I'm gonna put my sunnies on now, the low light's getting in my face. And then you protect this whole area. It's a much easier process. And then you've got a zipper door if you want to get in and out, and you want to leave it closed and use it on a cold day. Very, very good thinking. I like it. Now I want you to focus your attention on this part of the boat and just look at the amount of seating we have around us here. So I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I would say 8 people. So plenty of space for everyone to sit around here. We've got the table like this function right now, but you guys just step back a bit, because I will, hopefully I won't hit you there, Craig. Beautiful polished timber, look at the hinges. Now we've got a proper setup for some lunch for a few people. And if you want to get out, it does that. And see the drink holders hidden away? Very, very clever. I just love it. Now, underneath me here is access to the fuel tank. There is an inspection port there as well. Your batteries on the center line, your power distribution coming from the genset, and the shore power, things like battery charger, are all here in the middle of the boat. So it's more of a technical space, whereas we have the storage space aft. And this mid seat just here also converts and comes over this way, so you have a longer sun lounge if you want to use it in that function. But now let's just check out the minibar area just here, little kitchenette, minibar, whatever we want to call it. We've got twinned stainless steel sinks, hot and cold tap just there. And then we've got a diesel cooker, 2 burners just here. Is it diesel, Craig?
Gas.
Gas, sorry. I thought it was diesel or gas. So it's gas. And then you've got 2 cup holders there. That is not wide enough to have a tinny with a stubby holder. So you're just gonna have a tinny. So shouldn't matter because you've got a fridge just here. So just drink them quickly and you'll be very close to another cold one, because you also have a second fridge there and a third fridge downstairs, which I'll get to in 1 second. So just drink them quickly. So all these Nimbus boats, you got the soft close drawers, really, really nicely laid out, and they actually come with China and Nimbus glassware that fits in its own little holders. They're actually still in boxes as a brand spanking new boat. So it's all Nimbus branded and it's super well done. Got a bin just in there, got this grab handle here. This is the operation for the platform on the starboard side. So that's another useful addition to the boat. Just opens this whole area up and a place to sit down and hang out, and it just makes the space feel bigger as opposed to what we already have available to us. A couple of hooks there for some tea towels or something like that. We have the light switch operation. These lights will change from red to white. So if you want to do some night driving, you just turn the dial and they will actually turn to red. And then our buttons, you got to lock and then down and up. You got to have your finger on to operate that. And also before you drop the side platform, there's a button that you have to press on the platform itself just to release the lock on that one. So we even have a nice little L-shaped hangout zone to sit and watch sort of view, footrest, and the seat will just lean back if you want to be a bit comfortable and do that whole thing and do this. It's just great. Best seat in the house. You'll notice we have air conditioning. So we've got the gen set, we've got air conditioning at the dash, we've got air conditioning here. So we can put clears all the way on top of the glass. These zippers are hard to take out, so probably leave them in and then just zip the whole clears in place. And then you can AC this area or heat it with a diesel heater, as I did do on a Nimbus in New Zealand. And it was quite pleasant. We were on a Lake Wakatipu down on the South Island, and it was fantastic. Winter's day, snow on the mountain, and you know, I just felt so comfortable because we had the diesel heater filling the boat with hot air, and it was a sunny winter's day, and I still was happy to go boating. So that was that. So this Helm is fantastic. It's so well thought out. This is a nice grab hold. The throttle is in a comfortable position. The wheel's great. The viz is fantastic. You just got to have to drive watch the test drive video to appreciate it, because we did take it through some decent waves today. She's not the fastest boat, so don't look at this for a super race machine. She'll do about 40 knots, as I said before. She'll cruise around very, very comfortably in about your mid 20 knots, similar to what you'd probably experience on a bigger motor yacht of shaft or an IPS drive. And you can do those sprints very comfortably at say 32 knots if you want to burn a bit more fuel. We've got our VHF just in here. This is the remote control for the anchor, and it also allows you to do bow thruster. I've got my key starts, my bow thruster operation like they do on all Nimbuses, just below the throttles. Very, very handy. This one comes with a joystick. Those V10s all come standard with a joystick. You've got the Mercury diagnostic just there. Boat systems including horn, bilge, lights, wipers just here. Got a searchlight control, twin flat screen Simrads. They're moderately sized, they're not the big ones. Got the matte dash, so it's good for your viz. 2 cup holders forward of that. 2 more cup holders here. Great place to chuck some phones and electronics here with charging just there. And we've got our JL audio just tucked in, flush is what I was trying to say, with the dash. All this stainless steel holding up the roof, which is one of the signature pieces of the W series. It's great. See how they've got these corner pieces here and this support there. Going through waves, the thing doesn't move. You know, we've got an incredible amount of protection. We've got the roof racks up on top, and we'll walk around the foredeck at the end of this video because I want to take you downstairs first. But the protection is one of the takeaways of this model. It's epic. It's sun protection and it's weather protection, and the roof is solid as. So this sliding companionway, it actually just has a stopper built in, so that didn't actually come open going through the waves today, which was good. But you have offset stairs, so you go right, left, right. If you get that wrong, you're going to fall over. But the stairs are proper teak, and they're rounded on the edges, unlike some of the mass market boats that I've been on recently and cut my toes when I stepped on the stair going through some waves. So you don't have any of that here. It is beautifully finished. Everything's rounded off with care, even some grab holds around the place. But we've got our panel just in here, battery switches and power distribution. These are actually light switches. That's another Verifrigo fridge. Got a great place to put laptops and things. Electronics will go up here. I've got air conditioning going forward from here. And then we've got this console, or whatever you want to call this thing, but it's a great place to put bags because you've also got more space behind for larger items. And then you've got storage below, and typical Nimbus, all the nice little branded bits and pieces everywhere you look. It's just super nice. 2 drawers, one for him and her, probably put some underwear and bits and pieces in there. Come in a bit closer and have a look at this bed because it's a 2-cabin boat. We've got some light switches here at the bed. You can actually sit here if you want to put your shoes on. This particular one has got the extra mattress topper. Let's just see if it's any good. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is nice. Come down and have a look at these windows. Your picture is going to be quite pleasant, being able to appreciate that view. Yes, you've got pull-over curtains on either side that you can pull across. Got some down lighting, but if you're in a nice bay, just hanging out here, just a couple of cushions to get your head up and look out and enjoy that view. That's very pleasant. I think they intend for us to maybe have our head at this side of the bed. Maybe I'm at the wrong end. And then you've got a escape hatch which opens aft, so it's not going to suck air down, but you've got the AC on this boat, and we have both Mozzie and sun block out from pulling you over from the side. A couple of storage nooks in here and here, and then we've got shelves on this side, so I don't see any hanging yet. We might see that in the other cabin. And I saw the bow thruster is accessible underneath a timber hatch just here, and a little bit more storage accessible forward. But just the general finish, we got like a suede type material here, very, very high quality. It's plush. Couple of hooks just here for hanging a few things, and then we've got a privacy curtain which can, block off this whole part of the cabin if there's 2 of you or 2 couples staying overnight and you want some privacy. So just put the camera in there and have a look, and then I'll step in. It's a combination head and shower unit. So we've got an electric macerator toilet into a holding tank, got the shower in the same toilet space, and then you've got the sink and vanity separated by this glass, but you actually have a proper little shower door. So this slides, I'll get in there for perspective. So it is totally doable. Probably a sit-down shower might be more comfortable, but I can still stand up and operate in there, and I have that much space above my 5'7" head. So if you're super tall, you might be struggling. And we've got an extractor fan just here and storage underneath the sink. And then you close this door, just there, headroom. Once again, 5'7", it lowers a little bit as you go forward. And then you've got this guest cabin with the full stand-up mirror. Step in here, got the little seat, and I've seen this on the T11. I think this is actually storage underneath here. I don't know how to open it, but we've got a little opening window here, more things, towel, little hooks to hang your towels. And then this bed is totally acceptable. Yes, okay, it's a little bit of a cave for some of you. Not going to be ideal, but I'll just feed up in. There is a... Why is that? Oh, it's a window. There's a window up here, so you actually will get air at this end of the bed and that end. So that's kind of cool, a little bit of cross flow, but we do have air conditioning vents just in. And I remember this skin through that opening panel in there. You just pull your up like so. So yeah, it's just top quality stuff here, guys. It really is. So I think we need to go from here up to the bow and finish this off before we actually lose all the light. Did I forget anything? Oh, the subwoofer just here in the middle, and then looks like you got a manual bilge pump in that location as well. I like having the little glass piece here. That's a nice touch. And then you go up one stair here and just look, come in and look at the stainless. Look how nicely that's been done. Attention to details, I love it. This is going to be waste out, diesel in, diesel for the Jenny, and then that's petrol for the motors, and then it's also a drained area, although it'd be interesting to know where that drain goes, because if you spill petrol and it goes over the board, I want to know about that, just could be a bit embarrassing. Nimbus logo in stainless. This is not real teak. I think this is the fake stuff, but it looks very good, so it's going to be better on the maintenance. And then let's come forward and check out this lovely bow. So I really, really like this. It's lots of areas to hold on. We have beach boarding access, and we even have a boarding ladder. So like all of these Nimbus T-Series, we've got this beautiful rubber bumper all the way around the boat. You can see your navigation lights, red and greens on the side just there on the bow. But this is a wonderful space, and we really can utilize this in our part of the world for going up on the beach, deploy the ladder, get off. Everyone's comfortable. It's really, really awesome. Obviously in Europe, they do a lot of nose in the European marinas as well. That's where it's very relevant. But for us, I think it's the beach. So all chain. Not sure if that's 30 or 50 meters there, I can't really tell. But we do have a safety. We've got space to hold some more lines, and we can actually secure extra lines there as well. We don't need to put fenders in here because we have space for up and down operation for the anchor, but we can also do it from the helm. And this is where I would put fenders, and this is where I would put the cover for the bow lounge. So rather than having to haul that into the back of the boat, I would just chuck it in there, and I would even possibly stow this in here. The poles are not going to stow there. They'll have to go in the storage locker, but it just saves you enough. How good's this? Honestly, this is living. Winter starts in 2 days, by the way. How lucky are we? But down, just a second. How do I do it? I can't remember. Oh yeah, it's got all of these different settings. So you can go from there all the way to there, and then you go down like so. And then if you want to just secure it, you've got these little thingamajiggies here that'll stop it bouncing around in waves if you're just going for a drive. And then there's a proper cover, which you just saw in the storage space, to go over it at the end of the day, so you don't have to go and remove the whole cushion itself. However, if you want to, you just do it with zippers. So leading edge and both sides are done with zippers, so it ain't going nowhere when you're doing 40 knots. But if you need to remove it for winter, I know a lot of you guys winterize your boats and all that sort of thing, it's totally possible. So the windscreen, you know, you've obviously seen it from the drone shots already. That's the signature piece of this boat. The visibility is excellent. The wind protection is epic, and I think the looks are absolutely gorgeous. This is going to be, I'm going to say this right now, I think along with the Saxdor 400, I think this is going to be one of my top boats if I was picking a Sydney Harbour boat of this year. It's that good. It really is an awesome piece of kit that's going to please so many people, in my opinion. So I think that's it. I think I've covered everything. If there's questions, don't forget to pose them to me on the Patreon channel. If you really want to see how she performs, as I said, that's a separate video. We're doing that right now. So click on the link coming up on the screen right now. And also, if you're not subscribed, or if your wife isn't subscribed, because I know your wives are watching, I keep meeting at the boat shows, do us a favor and subscribe. I want to get to 100,000 this year if that's possible. With your help, I will make a commitment to you to keep these videos coming and keep them fun and keep going to new awesome places. So hopefully you can get information and educate yourself on how to make your boat life more awesome than it currently is. You're all legends. Thanks very much. Coming from Queensland. See you in the next one.